Hello everyone! Today I'm covering a teen horror film that I saw at this year's Ramaskrik Horror Film Festival. For a middle-aged guy like myself, these can be hit or miss, so let's see what we got with this one. I am Torstein from CinemaTerror, and this is The Wretched. The Wretched is set in a small American town that has a Dawson's Creek kind of vibe to it. The 17-year-old Ben is arriving here to live with his father Liam for the summer after misbehaving back in the big city where he usually lives with his mother. His father puts him to work at the local marine, where he becomes familiar with the local teenagers, some that are welcoming and some that are not as much. While adjusting to this place, Ben starts to get suspicious of what is going on next door at the neighbor's place. The woman at his house starts to act weirder and weirder, making Ben believe that something supernatural and evil is taking place there. And soon, his curiosity gets her attention and puts him, his new friends, and his father in great danger. The evil in The Wretched is an ancient child-eating witch, and the movie lets you in on that right from the start. It has a bit of a Fright Night vibe going on, as everyone watching knows there is a witch present, the main character does too, but the rest of them does not believe him, so he has to do whatever he can to convince the others, so they together can put a stop to this evil, wretched witch. While that main story is going on, we also spend a lot of time with Ben and his life outside of this supernatural threat. You know, regular teen stuff. Even for a guy in the mid-30s, this stuff worked quite well on me. All of the actors are good, their characters are compelling, and not just their average teen stereotypes that they're used to seeing. Although some stereotypical douchebags do show up, but they go away quite quickly. Ben and his closest ones does stand out from average teen horror movie characters, and I was surprised to see myself enjoying the character interactions more than actual horror elements. Ben is played by John Paul Howard, and he does an excellent job in balancing out his character. It's easy to like Ben, and you have an understanding for why he sometimes goes for the bad decision instead of the correct one. Sadly, the witch didn't do all that much for me. At no point did I feel any tension build up within me, but I think it will work pretty well for its target audience that are still young and haven't seen thousands of horror films in their life. Yet. I did appreciate them for going practical with what I guess is the majority of the special effects and the look of the witch. For most of the time, she has possessed the neighbor mom, played by Zarah Mahler, who does deserve a lot of credit for her work as this evil entity.
Yep, your neighbors are creepy as fuck.
The Wretched is the creation of the brothers Brett and Drew Pierce, who both wrote and directed this film. They seem to have done the research regarding witch mythologies, and they put a lot of effort into the characters, world building, and story. They did try to do a bit too much at times, as it felt like a bit too much was going on at the same time, with a few too many characters taking up precious screen time. At times it felt like I had a longer universe going on here, as if we were to stretch out the witch activities, then this could easily have been turned into a miniseries, where we could have lived with all of these people for much longer. That and other small plot choices that I disliked kept it from getting a certified recommendation from me. The Wretched is a film that deserves to get a wide release, and if it does, then I'm sure this will perform quite well. Perhaps not to the hardcore horror crowd, but for the teen audience that are responsible for making a lot of genre films successful, this should be right up their alley. I could easily see this being released by someone like Blumhouse Productions. I'm sure I would have rated this even higher if I was younger, but even as a middle-aged man I thought this was delightful. The Wretched gets a solid 3.5 out of 5. I have no clue when this will be released outside of the festival market, but does it look like something you would go to the cinemas to check out? And are there any other new witch movies, outside of The Witch, that has gone under the radar and deserves a bigger audience? Let me and others know in the comment section below. And if you like this video, then pressing like, subscribing and all of that stuff does help a lot. And as always, thank you for spending some of your time here on the dark corners of YouTube that I call CinemaTerror.